All right, so are you ready to go deep on this one? Because I think this is going to be a good one.
Oh, yeah. I am always ready.
Yeah, so this time we're going to be looking at a final conversation from a live chat,
Hmm.
which is kind of a fascinating little glimpse into a relationship ending online, you know?
Yeah, I find these really
Yeah,
fascinating.
it's like you're peeking through a keyhole.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so I think it begs the question, what can we learn about these two people from just this little snippet?
Right. And I think right away, the first thing that jumps out at me is just this real sense of sadness.
Yeah, where do you see that?
Line's first message, we were cut off.
Yeah.
And then that crying emoji, you know,
Oh, yeah.
it's not just about a technical interruption, it's laced with emotion.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's like there's a real sense of loss there.
Exactly.
And it makes you think about how we express those feelings online.
Right.
Like, is there specific etiquette for heartbreak on the internet?
That's a great question. And I think, it's interesting because online we often use these sort of shorthand ways of conveying emotion,
Uh-huh.
like that single emoji speaks volumes.
It does,
It
yeah.
suggests a depth of feeling
Yeah.
that might be more nuanced in person.
And then we see the host trying to lighten the mood a little bit
Yeah.
with, ooh, you a warm message sent by you.
Hmm.
There's this almost teasing, playful quality to it.
Yeah. I mean, is that a coping mechanism, do you think?
Maybe it's a way to deflect
Hmm.
from the heaviness of the situation.
Yeah. Maybe even trying to help Lion feel a little less sad.
Yeah, like a distraction technique.
Exactly.
But it also makes me think about, the psychology of humor in these online goodbyes.
Hmm.
Is there like a pressure to keep things light?
I think there's definitely a social script
Mhm.
online.
Yeah.
We often feel compelled to present this positive front,
Yeah.
even when we're feeling down.
Like we're always on.
Right, exactly. And upbeat,
Yeah.
engaging even in these moments of saying goodbye.
Yeah, it's interesting. And as we go deeper, we start to see these little glimpses of Line's life offline.
Right.
She mentions her political leanings, a move with a new roommate, even pushing through workouts with a knee injury.
Yeah, and I find it fascinating how these seemingly random details actually paint this picture of her resilience.
Uh-huh.
She's dealing with political disillusionment, physical setbacks,
Yeah.
but she's still pushing forward.
Yeah, she's like a fighter.
Exactly.
It makes me wonder how much we reveal about ourselves through these little details we share online.
Hmm.
Are they truly random?
I think it's probably a bit of both.
Okay.
But even in curating what we share,
Mm-hmm.
we're revealing something about what we want others to see,
That's true.
which is insightful in itself.
It's like a performance in a way.
Right. And even if it's a performance for ourselves,
Yeah. Yeah.
like posting about working out despite an injury,
Oh, yeah.
it could be a message of strength to herself
Mm.
as much as to anyone else.
It's like a self-affirmation.
Exactly.
So we have this sense of who Line is,
Yeah.
but then the conversation kind of shifts a bit.
Mm.
The host expresses concern for Line's self-esteem, saying,
Wow.
I hope that whole nonsense of questioning your lovability is fading away fast.
Yeah, and you see this interesting dynamic starting to emerge.
Okay.
It's subtle,
Uh-huh.
but the host is stepping into more of a mentoring role here,
I see what you mean.
offering advice, expressing concern,
Yeah.
even later suggesting, homework like taking pictures and mirror exercises. It's like a glimpse into a very specific online relationship
Mm-hmm.
where one person is seeking guidance.
And the other's kind of the helper.
Right.
So it's not just a chat between equals.
No.
There's a power dynamic.
Definitely. And I think that raises a question about how information is shared
Okay.
within that dynamic.
Yeah.
Is Line more likely to be open
Uh,
because of the perceived authority of the host?
it's an interesting question, isn't it?
It is.
Because, if we view someone as knowledgeable or experienced,
Right.
we might be more likely to trust their judgment.
Exactly.
And then that's what happens. Line opens up,
Hmm.
revealing she's hated her appearance since childhood.
Oh, wow. So this is much deeper
Yeah.
than just, needing a quick confidence boost or something.
Yeah, it's like this deeply ingrained
Right.
belief about herself.
Yeah, and it suggests, potentially even trauma that needs to be addressed
Wow.
on a much more fundamental level.
So it's like she's carrying this weight from her past,
Mm.
and it's affecting her in the present.
Right, and that brings up this question of how much do our early experiences shape our self-perception?
Yeah. How do we even begin to untangle those beliefs?
That's a big question, and unfortunately, I don't think there are easy answers.
No.
But what's